All right, welcome to Smokey Approved Korea. I'm your boy Jurnalist, and on this one, we are back for some more Bora. I'm just trying to kind of pre-record enough content to get me through until Monday. So thank you guys very much for joining me. This one was one that I've already kind of started the series, but I didn't finish it. So I figured it'd be a good time to finish it right now instead of trying to rush to go do some music. So this one is going to be more trends. BTS has started. I already did the other one. It's on the channel if you're looking for it. But yeah, we're here to kind of just do some house cleaning so you guys have some stuff while I'm gone, because I feel like I've created a good balance and just the timing of everything. It works that I'm filming at this hour so I can then go to sleep and then I can take my whole day and everything I need to, but everything still stays rolling. Y'all get content. I get to keep doing my thing offline because I got to go handle some business, and then I'll be back Monday. So I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. If you could please hit that like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description. We are on the road to 200. No, well, I wish it was 200,000 subs. Maybe one day. But we're just trying to get to 20K right now before the end of the year, and we're only 500 short. That's it. So tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell everybody. Just come sign up. I know a lot of you guys have already done so, and thank you so much. You guys have been very supportive, and you're probably tired of hearing this, but I'm sorry. I really would like to hit this goal because I never even thought I'd get this far, but we're here. So we're going to try and do what we can. Also, I've got my own music in the description as well if you'd like to support. I got 2 old songs. Well, they're kind of new, but they're old now because they've already come out. 1 new song coming out next week. All 3 are in the description if you would like to check them out. And yeah, let's get into this and see what we're getting.
After releasing the compilation of trends BTS has created, I received many comments asking me to do a part 2, or just saying, you forgot about this one, you forgot about this other one. So I was finally able to compile even more trends BTS has created. Don't forget to watch the first part if you haven't already.
Look, to speak to creation, because now I do a lot of shows with a live band, and in doing so, I've taken a lot of tricks from other live bands and used them in the live show. But now that I've used them in the live show, the arrogance of a person sometimes just kicks in. Because I remember the first time I told the people, get like low, 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 and everybody gets low on the ground, and then like right at the drop, everybody jumps up, and it's like, oh, it's crazy. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. It's a great one to have in the tuck. Just how stupid was I to be like, that motherfucker used my move. Whose move, sir? People have been using that forever. That is not yours. But I remember watching somebody do it, and I was just like, they stealing my shit. But they wasn't. They wasn't. I stole somebody else's shit. It just was stupid enough to be like, that's my move. That's not how this works.
Number 12, the ending fairies. The ending fairy is the ending shot of an individual member staring into the camera right after they finish their performance. And believe it or not, this is a very controversial topic that many take way too seriously, in my opinion. But one thing is for sure, BTS did not invent ending fairies, but they may have made it a trend, or at least they brought back to life a small old trend that went completely dead. Because since BTS incorporated an ending fairy pose in their Boy With
Gangbanging. And you know who you are, who tried to tell me what it actually says. I told you, I said what I said, knowing full well, I know, they still gangbanging.
Love choreography and started making fun of it. It's now expected for every single K-pop group to do an ending fairy shot after their performances. Number 11, English subtitles. BTS
Would you say, my nigga?
subtitles.
I didn't even know I was gonna get my nigga in this video.
BTS were the first Korean artists, or one of the first Korean artists, to add English subtitles to their music videos. Now it's basically a rule for every Korean act to have English subtitles on their music videos. But pre-BTS's worldwide domination, it was not common at all. Psy even said in an interview, since BTS were rookies, they kept adding English subtitles in their music videos on YouTube. They were the only team who did it. So after watching it, I thought I should add them too. So that's how I started to add them in my videos. I think this was one of the multiple little things that BTS always did to connect with fans in a non-traditional way at the time, which was through social media. So the more
I will also say I've used their example of putting in lyrics to explain to my Scottish friends that like, yo, like, it's hard to understand y'all. I know you're trying to make art and I appreciate that, but like, don't just do subtitles. Burn them into the video because yeah, people that are from where you're from, they don't need them. But nobody from where we're at cares about us where we're at. Most of the people that are listening to our stuff are not from around here. So it'd be a lot easier for your music to be digestible if you add them. And then, surprise, surprise, deaf people like music too. So to make it accessible, let them read it. I was just like, I argued with this boy for like 45 minutes. He was just, I'm making art. This is not what I want to do. I was like, all right, bro, cool. I'm trying to help you. You don't want to listen to me. The world has changed. It's changed.
BTS started growing internationally, the more groups were coming up with English subtitles in their music videos. However, BTS's Bangtan Bombs and Bangtan episodes did not have English subtitles for years. This helped create the strong connection that Korean armies have with international armies, since multilingual armies were translating this kind of content for free. But of course, once BTS became too big, Big Hit listened to armies' requests and finally added English subtitles to their other content as well as their music videos. Number 10, YouTube premieres.
BTS also beat another one of their records with the biggest YouTube music video premiere after Butter racked up more than 3.9 million peak concurrent viewers.
In 2018, YouTube created the premiere feature that lets videos be broadcasted like a live stream. But it was only after BTS started using the premiere option to drop their music videos when other K-pop groups stopped uploading their videos on the scheduled time and started using this feature. I even remember armies being kind of worried because we were the guinea pigs of this new practice of connecting the comeback livestream and the music video premiere. We didn't know if we were supposed to close one link and open the other one immediately. Now we know that you don't have to do anything. YouTube will take you to the music video premiere immediately after the comeback livestream finishes. So after BTS started using the premiere feature successfully and actually broke the record of concurrent viewers on a YouTube premiere, it basically became a rule for every K-pop act as well as other worldwide artists to premiere their music videos. Number 9, comeback maps.
It is divided in 4 phases, just like the 4 versions of the album. It has the dates for when they plan to release content leading up to the album and MV release.
Map of the Soul 7 truly changed the game. As part of the announcement of the multiple projects planned for Map of the Soul 7, BTS released a comeback map with the dates and times of each activity. And even though this is not something BTS has created, since they started releasing comeback maps, it became an extremely common practice for K-pop acts to release their own. Even Benny Blanco made sure to release his own comeback map for Bad Decisions, his collaboration with BTS and Snoop Dogg. Number 8, promoting in the US.
Making their US TV debut, make some noise for BT. Making their US TV debut.
Yo, shorty just looks like she's just in the right state. Like, oh my God, this is happening. This is happening.
Make some noise for BTS.
Before BTS had their official debut in America with DNA, there were only a couple of K-pop groups that tried to target the American music industry. However, once they failed, no other group followed. On the other hand, when BTS started to regularly promote in the US, every old and new K-pop group started promoting in the US. Just like BTS, they started performing or having interviews with radios, magazines, and if they were lucky, late night shows and award shows. This is why number 7 is American award shows.
The American Music Award goes to BTS!
This may be a weird one, but since BTS started getting nominated and winning at the big American award shows, other award shows made it kind of a trend to nominate K-pop groups to special K-pop categories and to invite random K-pop groups to their ceremonies. Some K-pop groups even invite themselves to the red carpet and then leave before the ceremony starts because they are not even nominated. Number 6, pre-release singles. BTS and basically every other Korean artist has always released a single or title track with a music video along with an album or mini album. This was the regular way of promoting a song, and sometimes BTS would release an album with a title track, which obviously has a music video, and also release another music video for another song of the album. However, in January of 2020, BTS changed the rule and dropped Black Swan, a pre-release single that helped build anticipation for the main single On, as well as the album Map of the Soul 7. The Black Swan music video was dropped unexpectedly, and it helped Map of the Soul 7 become the most popular album of the year. Since then, it's a very common practice for K-pop acts to drop a pre-release single in anticipation of their main single. Number 5. Album chapters and trilogies.
We talked about schools with 3 albums, and then we talked about youth with 3 albums.
You've probably noticed that BTS loves album chapters and trilogies. They have The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2, and The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Young Forever. They have Love Yourself Her, Love Yourself Dear, and Love Yourself Answer. They have Map of the Soul Persona and Map of the Soul 7. And even their first 3 EPs are part of a trilogy. But it was this format, the one that became a very popular trend in K-pop, especially after the massive success of the Love Yourself trilogy. Number 4. Aiming for Billboard and Grammys. The biggest achievement an artist can receive in the
At least not the Grammy nomination hasn't. Well, the Grammy nom has, but the Grammy win. Lock these niggas up at the Grammys. How none of my niggas got a nomination for none of the solo albums? Is that shit criminal? That's absolutely criminal.
Korean music industry is a Daesan, also known as Grand Prize. This has been the award every Korean artist aimed for. However, after BTS started appearing on the Billboard charts and getting multiple Billboard Music Awards and American Music Awards, K-pop acts suddenly stopped seeing Daesans as the biggest award they can get and started wishing for Billboard instead.
Getting on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
Let's get
BBMAs, yeah, BBMAs. 거기 너무 가고 싶네요. 네.
Like I said in my last video, Korean artists now drop music on Fridays, prioritizing the Billboard charts and risking music show wins and consequently not even trying for Korean awards. Also, since BTS started at consequently
Y'all niggas only count through the weekend? Damn. So that means them niggas gotta go hard for 3 days. Shit, y'all don't even get a full week. That's
Fridays, prioritizing the Billboard charts and risking music show wins and consequently not even trying for Korean awards. Also, since BTS started attending and being nominated to the Grammys, K-pop acts are now saying that what they're aiming for is the Grammys, even when they have just debuted. They are also submitting their songs and albums to be considered for Grammy nominations, even when they struggle to chart locally and don't have other major awards in America or Korea. Number 3. Love yourself as a concept. I will soon drop a video about the problem with concepts in K-pop. But since BTS released Love Yourself, one of their most successful trilogies and the one that converted them into worldwide icons, multiple K-pop acts started using self-love and self-acceptance as a concept.
That's not the same. That's not the same type of love. That is materialism and like self-importance. Having a softer inner voice for oneself, I believe, is more the message that BTS is giving. Because like the world's already hard enough. So maybe you should be a little bit nicer to yourself is what they're saying. Not I love some me to love me. That's totally different. That's what's it called? That's narcissism. We're just teaching narcissism.
Find yourself, love yourself. I began to love myself. I realized all my pains came from trying to be someone else. I face my true self. I don't care what the others call me. Express yourself.
Some, of course, are very thoughtful, and BTS may truly have inspired others to talk about these topics. But I just think it's funny how multiple groups started using the exact same phrases BTS uses and treat the love yourself message as a concept that lasts only for an era, and then they move on and never talk about it ever again. This person commented in my last video. A sub-trend to this is the emphasis of psychological concepts such as self and persona. It is certain that this stems from Namjoon's own extensive knowledge and interest for these subjects, and that's why no one before BTS has really paid attention to this concept until recent years. Number 2. Characters.
취미는 맛있다. 취미는 잘하고 있으려나? 취미 열심히 했다. 연습.
BTS were the first group to create characters that represent them in a non-human version. These are like alter egos of each member. The first time they did this was in 2014, and they were called hip-hop monsters. These characters had their own webtoon and plushies. However, the ones who truly paved the way for all the other characters in the music industry were BT21. Unlike other groups that follow the trend, BTS did not only promote the BT21 characters. Each BTS member designed and created a background story for their own BT21 characters. This way, each of them represents each member. BTS were also the only ones to create a character that represents their fandom. I could only find 2 other groups that released characters before BTS. However, when these groups released their own characters, they were more like a digital or doll version of the members. These were a little closer to Tiny Tan, who in a way are the mini versions of BTS. On the other hand, BT21 are more than just online characters. They are very specific animal or non-human characters that represent the group and that are promoted in many ways. They have 3 seasons of a web series called BT21 Universe.
They got 3 seasons. The stuff that they be into, like this is what I'm talking about. This is just more stuff I have to watch. Like, wow, they ain't never gonna stop.
They have a variety of different collections of plushies, keychains, stickers, clothes, backpacks, and many other accessories. These characters have become such a big thing that there are even non-armies buying their merchandise. And of course, since the BT21 characters got such massive success, multiple other groups also released their own animal characters with different types of merchandise. Number 1, the Bangtan Universe.
In my day, there was a band called The Who, and The Who took a concept and they created a whole album, double album, of songs that told a very specific story. And it strikes me that you guys are doing exactly the same thing in your own way.
Before someone says that this group did it first,
exactly the same thing, but in our own way. But they just did 1 album, maybe 2. Nigga, these niggas got entire universes with fake ass characters. These niggas dancing, well, not dancing, play ass. Like this shit is way bigger than what The Who was doing. Maybe there you can find some common threads like that Venn diagram overlap, but I would find it to be very thin. Now, if you're a seasoned army member, then maybe you can speak better to this in the comments with me. But is there anything besides the commonality of just having an extended thought process and musical creation behind a concept? I feel like that's the only overlap.
I want to remind you the title of the video. The trend of creating a fictional storyline that connects music videos, short films, books, and or webtoons was created by BTS. Before them, there were a couple of groups who connected their music videos with a fictional storyline, but it was the Bangtan Universe, or BU, the one which got many people interested in the group and the one which inspired many other groups to create their own alternative universe. The first alternative universe BTS created was the Bangtan Universe, which was based on the Save Me webtoon, and it has a very interesting, complicated storyline. This project and their overall message were some of the main reasons why BTS were invited to talk in the Grammy Museum for the first time. And most recently, BTS released another fictional storyline called Seven Fates Chakho, which you can read on webtoon or Wattpad. Thanks to the popularity of the BU, K-pop acts are now trying a little harder in the creation of meaningful music videos, and fans are coming up with theories and explanations, just like ARMY started doing.
at least to me, from the trends I've seen that they've set or that they have helped, we'll say, repopularize. Words are hard right now. I think that doing that just made more stuff for the fans to enjoy while they were making music. But come to find out, what somebody said, y'all put out like 10 albums in 2 years or something like that. That's ridiculous work rate. If that's true, that's crazy. But I think doing this allowed them to express themselves creatively in other ways while also connecting with the fan base. And in doing that, it kind of puts a release valve on always having to do like working out, rehearsals, practice, learning new songs on your own, because like that stuff is long. Like practice and rehearsal aren't the same. And then also learning is not the same as practice, because like you have to learn the song so you can then practice it, and then you go to rehearsal to actually rehearse it so you can then perform it. That alone is just a lot of work. So imagine having to do that plus the studio, plus all the vocal training, plus all the working out, plus trying to feed yourself, plus just being a human, plus just loving your family, plus just actually just, it's 6 o'clock. What are you doing? Probably some more work. It's crazy. It's absolutely mental. But I think that's why they started probably doing all that other stuff. But that just led more into them like being focused on what they were trying to achieve. And that was what we'll say the cultivation of like a good fan base and their artistry. But that's my 2 cents on it. Thank you guys very much for joining me. If you could please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.